Let's go over how easy it is to actually create an electronic conference or a package of cases to show at a conference um, right here with the RSNA MIRC teaching file software. So I'm at my general screen here where I can see all of the cases. So I want to make a conference based on my own personal cases. I'm already logged into the system. I can click my cases, and these are some of the ones that I've put in that I know I want to put in for my neuro conference. Now, perhaps I don't remember all of these, so I could open up the little magnifying glass and take a quick look, snoop around and go, oh yeah, I remember this one. Here's a good one to put in. So anyhow, the best way to get started is you go over to conferences. Here's the conference list. There's shared and personal. I want to make this my own personal conference. So I'm going to click the conference tab. It says the conference is empty. Hit the plus tab here and create a new conference. So I'm going to call this Neuro 1. So I have a conference in here under the personal cabinet called Conference Neuro 1. Now let me go back to my cases now that I'm ready. Pop this thing open and go, oh yeah, this is a pretty good one. Let me put the first one in. So just to make sure, I'm going to check this case for the content and say this is pretty good. And the way to save it to the conference is there's a button that appears under the Documents tab called Add to Conference. I press that. It brings up a list of all of my conferences. In this case, this is the only one I have, Neuro 1, and it's been freshly added. So let's go back and shop some more. And basically this is a kind of a shopping list model. Here's a synovial cyst. Let me check that out. I think that's a great example. I want to use it in my conference. Same process, add to conference. So you get the idea. And maybe I'll do one more. Here we are in ENT conference, an intracoronal polyp. Take a quick look. Yep, this is a great example. I want to use that. So I'll go back to the optional button section, press the add to conference, add it to neuro, and I'm off to go. So anyhow, now that I've created my conference, what does it look like? When I click on the left tab here, here are the cases that I put into the conference itself. Now granted, 3 cases is not an entire conference, but you kind of get the idea what it takes to actually do this. There's actually a button here. If I wanted to drag some of these cases into another conference, let's say I put a lot of cases in here, didn't have enough time to get through them, I could drag the ones that I could select the ones that I didn't get to and put them into a next conference, perhaps for next week. There's a bunch of buttons at the top here that allow me to create new conferences in subordinate headings in a kind of a hierarchical model. And I can create even links to other web pages and so forth. When I'm ready to give my conference, I select the little movie projector here. And this brings me into the case navigator mode. I don't get to see the answers, but essentially I can advance through the cases. These are the ones that I selected by clicking and advancing to the next one, and then to the next one, and so on. So this is a great way to actually display the cases to a group with a projector, of course. And if you need to, you can resize these panes so that you can enlarge the images just the way you like them. Anyhow, this is a pretty quick mechanism for setting up conferences using the RSNA MIRC teaching file system.